there, business owners and entrepreneurs. You've landed on The Marketing Corner, brought to you by CS Design Studios. Every week, we serve up essential insider tips and powerful strategies to elevate your brand. So, let's level up your marketing game. Stay sharp, stay tuned, and let's kickstart your path to marketing excellence. Right here, right now. Your adventure begins.
And welcome to the CS Design Studios presents The Marketing Corner with yours truly, Shawn Campbell.
Ho, ho, ho.
Engineer Lily Maddox, who's off camera today, but hello, Lily. She's waving hello.
Hello, Lily.
And our very special guest today, Gordy Siewert from Login.
Hello, hello, hello. That intro of yours is
It's
epic.
pretty cool, isn't
Epic.
it?
I may have to get you guys to do one for my podcast.
I don't know. We got proprietary rights on that. The vocalist on that can only work for us from this point going out.
All right.
So
Maybe I'll just change mine to a British accent or something. Make me sound smarter. Level up my game.
Entrepreneurs. Let's level up our game today, Gordy.
Let's do it.
How you been?
Fantastic.
Yeah, what's
Shawn.
new in the world of Login?
We have some new stuff coming, but I can't talk about it
I know.
yet.
I like
yes.
it.
Yeah,
I like it.
there is
A
some new
little
stuff
teaser.
coming. Yes.
A little teaser.
We might find out a couple weeks here.
Okay. Okay. So would it be okay to say like on your,
Potentially, we might introduce it during our podcast coming next week.
So you heard it here first on the CS Design Studios. There's something on the horizon for Login.
Tucson IT Connections and Tucson Stars of Networking.
Yeah, which usually comes out on like every other Wednesday or so.
Yeah.
I'm asking because we produce it, and
You guys do an amazing job producing it. Which, speaking of marketing, that is a phenomenal way to get your name out there. Get your business information out there.
Yeah.
Become an industry specialist. I love the job that you guys do for me.
Yeah, I mean, you do a fantastic job. You're a very easy client to work with. Every week you come in prepared.
Yeah, I appreciate
just
that.
ready to rock and roll with your clients, and
It makes the whole process easier when you're prepared.
Yeah, when it's more of a collaboration, right?
Yeah.
And I had to say, it's like, and you really take this to where, we see each other pretty often at the Stands Club networking, and I know that the podcast, it's one thing to putting a podcast out, but you really utilize it and you really emphasize it. Yeah,
try to use it to work.
Yeah, because sometimes you have a podcast, but you really don't tell anybody about it. You just kind of hope it goes out there and it does well on its own. But the word of mouth, especially here in Tucson, you got to tell people what you're doing. You just can't assume.
And it's a quality one. You guys do an amazing job. Like you said, I'm easy to work with, but at the same time, you guys are too. I walk in with my guest. We have a 30-minute, I think we have a 10 to 12-minute conversation. We take a little break, another 10, 12 minutes.
Yeah.
Everyone give them a tour of this wonderful place here at CS Design Studios, and they leave. And then an hour later, Lily has it all broadcasted out on all channels.
Yeah.
And so kudos, Lily. Give
Woo!
yourself a hand again there. All right, thank you. She does a great job, and it can't be any easier. The process is phenomenal. So.
Yeah. So you are, when I think of you, I think, synonymous to, not just the theme of one of your shows, but you're an excellent networker,
Thanks.
right?
Thanks. I try.
And I think, there's still a sufficient amount of people out there that really we see every, week or so, but they're kind of misstepping here and there, right? So what are some of the things that are maybe common missteps, and how would they correct that when they're actually utilizing their time networking with other small business owners or entrepreneurs?
In the course of our podcast, Tucson Stars of Networking, we that's one question we ask. Give you some network things that work, things that don't work, and there's so many different areas to go right, and so many areas to go wrong. Myself, I know sometimes it's an energy level,
Right.
The group or the event could not have an energy level, and sometimes I fall prey to that.
Yeah.
It's just kind of a slow, things are going along slow, and it just
Right.
doesn't have that high energy. And,
Right.
sometimes you got to kick yourself up and really, go around and motivate yourself to go talk to people. And the biggest thing is with networking, you need to remember you're not necessary. If you have something to sell, obviously, let's start back. The first rule is, don't just be there just to sell. You're there to build relationships, to network
Right.
with people, connect with people. Don't just throw up all your sales information right away. Build a
Right.
relationship with them
Right.
first. And then if you can't, don't look at them as someone, well, I can't really sell to them because they don't fit my customer mold. At Login, we have some higher end, high quality internet. And I always say, if you cannot afford to be without internet, then you can afford us.
Yeah.
The smaller, tiny offices or one or two men or one person working from home, not necessarily our prime customer.
Right.
They can always turn on a hotspot or something like that. The office can get by. But if it's something that's mission critical, internet is mission critical, then you need, you're losing thousands of dollars a day.
Right.
Then you can get a hold of us. But a lot of the networking events I go to, those aren't our prime customers. But you know what? If I make a connection, if I don't necessarily have to sell to them, I can sell through them. So keeping that in mind and not thinking that person's not for me, I'm going to go try to talk to that person
Right.
or have that person in mind.
Right.
Just try to connect with everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. So, one of the things that, and I'm seeking your advice on this because I am horrible, the worst. If you have 50, 60 people at a networking event and we're all giving our 30 seconds, spiel, you can rank mine last or next to last.
Oh, mine's not that exciting either. But
So-
I have a new tip for that. So
Okay.
go ahead.
And that's my question.
Yes.
What's your tip for having a very good 30-second spiel that is memorable? Because my take on it is I want to be different and I just want to offer some, piece of advice or, something that people could take away from, right?
Sure.
But I only think about it when it's like 2 or 3 people before my turn. And I'm like, okay, what am I going to say? And it's, it's my messaging is very inconsistent, admittedly. So what's your take on that?
Basically, it's just tell them who you are, what you do. I like this new thing I've been starting. I don't know if anybody's noticed it or not, but I usually end with a word of wisdom.
Oh,
I'll say my little thing, and then my words of wisdom is typically something a little funny or something.
Yeah.
I think my first one was, words of wisdom. If at first you don't succeed, skydiving may not be for you. Just little quips to
Right.
help stay memorable.
Right.
That's one of the thing in networking too, is stay memorable and
Right.
bring lots of business cards.
Yeah.
So
yeah. And it's one thing, even though my 30-second spiel is pretty awful, I still get people afterwards that, come up and connect. So, but, if anybody in the audience, has a tip for that 30-second elevator pitch,
Yes.
Would put in the comments and let us know what you do to improve your 30-second elevator pitch.
there's a book by Mike Weinberg. He doesn't call them elevator pitches. He calls them stories. So tell a story about yourself, about what your business does.
Right.
And that's really, if you can get that story across,
Yeah.
you've done your job.
In 30 seconds?
In 30 seconds. Yeah.
Yeah. Does it irritate you as much? You do not have to answer this. Does it irritate you as much as it irritates me when somebody takes 2 minutes during the 30
Yes.
seconds?
Yeah. I think they're not respecting other people's
Right.
time.
Right.
That's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
And keep that in. When you hear that beeper go off,
Yeah.
and as Amanda Wiggins likes to say from Marana Chamber, finish your sentence, not your paragraph.
Oh,
So when you
I
hear
like
that,
it.
when you hear that timer go off,
like
so I like that words to live by there.
What are your top 3 networking events? Say someone just opened up a brand new business for themselves. They want to like get to know everybody in town. What are the top 3 events that you would recommend going? And you can have a few like,
Okay, if you're an internet, if you're company selling internet, tune away right now. No, you can.
Yeah.
It's always good to have competitors at a networking event. Give them a little taste of it.
Yeah.
Give everyone
Yeah.
a little taste
Yeah.
of it. And if anything, it's your time to shine
Right.
when that happens.
Right.
And
Right.
the more you outshine them, the better. better position you're at. One of the largest networking events in town. Obviously, it's I think it's well known as Tucson Business Networking.
Yeah.
They
Stacy does a phenomenal
She
job.
does. She runs one of the largest events. The luncheons are phenomenal.
Yeah.
I was telling her son Steven, who also helps her. I was telling him, I was like, man, your lunches are so big. There almost need to be mixers at this point. You know, by the time we get around the microphone to giving everyone 30 seconds, it's over. So, but it's great. There's people from all businesses in Tucson, from all, and we've got, the president of Nova Home Loans. We got big companies there, local companies to, a Mary Kay out of her house kind of person, you know. So there's all different types of people,
and it's always a different location every month.
Exactly. Yes. Good variety, diversity. It's a really good event. That would be one. There is one that's close and near and dear to my heart, and I've probably gotten the most business from it. It's kind of my little secret, and I'm going to go ahead and share it here. It is Spotlight Senior Services.
Oh, wow.
It's based for the senior living industry. There's a lot of great people. If anyone has dealt with the senior living industry, there's some phenomenal people that work in that industry. I don't know how these guys do it. They're laughing in the morning and crying in the evening, and yet they start the next day with a smile on their face, with a good place in their heart to help people. And they're just amazing people, and it's fun to network with them. Kyle from Spotlight runs probably one of my favorite. His format for networking is my favorite. If I could write a blueprint on how to run a networking event, it would be the same as Kyle at Spotlight Senior Services. So hashtag Spotlight Senior Services.
High praise.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's one of my favorites. And another one obviously is the Arizona Sands Club. Just not necessarily the business networking group that meets there, but just having a membership there lends to its own networking. Just stop by for lunch someday. Bring a client there for lunch any day. Who knows who you're going to run into? What business leader you're going to run into? What city council person you're going to run into? What other networker that you're going to run into that might be having lunch with somebody that may want you to meet them. So that's a really good one too.
That's my favorite place, and that's really the only place I do really network. Not that the others, I've never been to the senior one. But Stacy's event is phenomenal. And for me though, and this is just my own little thing. Stacy's event is superb. It's phenomenal.
I would be remiss if I did not bring up the Better Business Bureau mixer. That's Jessica over there and their team.
Is that a quarterly mixer?
It's monthly.
And
it's free.
Wow.
And we had one at they had one at the Westward Look.
Oh, wow.
And I thought Gordon Ramsay was in the house. We were doing these little mini beef Wellingtons.
Oh, wow.
They were doing seared scallops, bacon wraps, just unbelievable. The food's amazing. They've had them all over town. But anyway, sorry. I would say top four. Those are the top four. So
but for me, it's like no. It's just that I like a little more of an intimate setting.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's the only thing. I'm not saying that. I think especially if you are starting off, then just get over it, and because she attracts over 100 easy in her sleep, which is phenomenal, right? And it's just my preference. I just like a little more intimate setting. But I'll clearly admit I'm more in the minority and maybe in the wrong on that.
No. I mean, when it's more intimate. Use the word intimate. I mean, you can get to know someone a little bit better sometimes. You have time to get to know someone a little bit better. It's a little quieter, so you're not talking over everyone else.
That's my biggest thing right there is I hate talking over people, especially when you're trying to have a good little conversation with somebody. So, but I'll chalk it up to a loss for me right there.
No. I mean, there's definitely advantages to the smaller one and the large. I just came from it was actually Tucson Business Networking. They have a magazine. They did a magazine launch at Honeybank Ham Company, and it was a pretty good event.
Wow.
And it was small, but you know what? I got 3 data center tours out of it this morning, and it was a great little event.
For those
small,
who don't know what a data center tour is, what are you talking about?
Yeah, so
what are you talking about?
a lot of people, you think back to the old Mission Impossible movies where Tom Cruise is, he's rappelling down and he's pulling hard drives out of the servers. So Login has a phenomenal data center right in the heart of Tucson. If anybody who wants to tour it can take a tour. I love hosting the tours. I know just enough to be dangerous. So you can come in. We have some history with the building that's there. We were originally a Catholic Diocese Information Center, then became Channel 11. Channel 11 used to have their own news studio there. It's back before I think they white labeled Channel 13's news or something now.
Really?
Yeah. But they had their own anchors and everything. John Hook from Phoenix, he's a real popular anchor for Fox 10 News in Phoenix. He started here in Tucson as one of the anchors here. And we converted it in 2017. It took us a couple years to do it and opened the new location for Login in 2019. Even though Login's been around since 2001, local Tucson born and bred business. It's got some cool history. It's just the way it's designed. Our actual vice president of operations, my boss, he actually built the thing.
Wow.
I would say it's state of the art. Even though it was built 4 years ago, there's a few things we would change now, but it's a phenomenal tour.
Yeah.
Not often do you get to go through the aisles of of an air conditioned data center and check it all out and what all is needed to power a data center, both with internet and power itself. So it also is a good way of, and I would recommend, this is another networking tip, is have people come out and tour your business. You get out.
That's a good one.
If people are to come here, they see what you guys do. Oh, we're an SEO when you're out there, but no, you guys do so much more. You have a podcast studio. You've got this amazing building. You have a staff of people that create websites and do different things. And anybody, don't take for granted that we're just a garbage company. We can pick up. No, I want to. There was one that I recently was talking to. They own a recycling center. He's starting to give tours for his recycling center. So I'd like to see that. So any of your business, if your business, you might not think it's interesting, but it also helps explain what you do. If you have any issues trying to get across what exactly you do, like I tell people, I sell internet, we sell voice over IP phone systems, and we have a data center. Once they come through the data center, I've had people from, Mark Weiss, who's a excellent car sales guy.
He's all right.
Yeah, the Mercedes guy. I've had realtors. I've had insurance agents. I've had. I just scheduled a program manager for a roofing company coming through there. But once they see what we do and why we do it and how we do things, the level of expertise and the level of quality and cleanliness and everything else, it goes a long way.
Right.
People say, "Oh, now I know what you do." So now I can look for people. Our buddy Mark, he's out there selling Mercedes to people, and he happens to get a business owner. And in conversation, my internet's terrible at my job, at my work. Well, hey, I know a guy. So it's all about connecting and networking.
Yeah, we're our buddy Cassandra.
Exactly.
Who's emceeing the Torch Awards this Friday night.
Is she really?
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah. So.
Had her come out. She did a nice little video of us too.
Yeah,
of
she
the
did.
tour. So
So
the whole time I was giving the tour, she's getting her little camera out, taking little clips. And I know she put this amazing video together with everything in it.
Yeah.
She did a great job.
I think my favorite part of the tour, and don't give it away, is the pool table.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So when you take a tour at Gordy,
100-year-old pool table.
Yeah.
At a data center.
Yeah.
In a place that sells internet.
Yeah.
And phones.
And the gym.
Yeah. And the food court. How about the food court?
The food court is nice too.
The food court, the race car pictures.
Yeah.
I mean, you name it. We got a little bit of everything there.
A little bit of everything.
And the dogs.
I was just going to say, and the dogs.
Yes. Yeah, we're dog
And
friendly.
the dogs.
So anytime you'd like to, have a tour, I would invite you, open invitation, just get my contact information and we'll schedule it.
Yeah, definitely. What do you think about, a lot of the, networking events that we mentioned are after hours, right? Mm-hmm. Some of the ones like during the day or during the morning, do you think the energy level, as we talked about this already, is a little bit different? If you had your preference to the time of the day to go out and network, say someone was kind of limited,
Yeah.
would you suggest something more in the morning, afternoon, or in the evening?
I'll tell you the difference. In the morning networking events, people go to them and then they leave right away because they got to get to work. Mm-hmm. Afternoon events, they got their lunch hour.
Yeah.
They usually leave right away.
Yeah.
The afternoon events, happy hour events, things like that, they're done for the day. They can say, hey, you know what, at 3:30 or 4 o'clock or 3 o'clock, I'm going to go ahead to this networking event and then calling it a day. Mm-hmm. People will stick around longer.
Yeah.
They'll tend to network longer.
Yeah.
They're kind of a little looser. It's the end of the day, a little bit more relaxed.
Right.
That's been my favorite. That was one of the magical things about the Skyline Country Club networking group that was up there. It's the first Thursday of the month. It's, I believe, 3:30. And it's great because you're up there in their crown room up there with the most amazing view of any networking. I'm sorry, Sands Club, but they got you beat up there. Watching the sunset from the crown room up there at Skyline Country Club, networking, and then, they got a little wine bar up there. So having a glass of wine and networking, it's phenomenal up there.
Nice. That kind of happened with ours that we put on about a month ago on Pi Day 314.
Yeah, that was a good one.
We had a lot of people show up early, and then we had a lot of people stay late.
Yes, we did.
The event itself was planned from 5 to 7.
I think it was. Yeah, we had people there at like 3:45.
Yeah, I know. And then we had people there till about 9:30.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, which was really, really cool.
Yeah. I've heard a lot of good things about it. We threw a good one there.
Yeah, we did.
We'll do a fist bump on that one. Off camera fist bump there.
We'll have to do it again. Oh, we are doing it.
We are doing it again.
In September.
Yes. National Milkshake Day, I believe.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So
bring everyone to the yard.
We got to follow up Pi Day with Milkshake Day.
Yes.
So I think after what we did for the Sands on Pi Day, I'm sure they'll have a lot of little milkshakes for everybody.
Yeah. We'll do it right.
Yeah. So,
We'll do it right.
All right. So as we wrap this up, we got to talk a little bit about when you're going to come back for the sports podcast.
Yes, I'm looking forward to that. So I don't follow a lot of sports, but the ones I do, I'm usually pretty passionate about.
Yeah, and you're going to talk to us a little about auto racing, right? Indy racing.
IndyCar racing, yes. I'm a big fan of IndyCar. I'm not so much, I don't know enough about NASCAR to be any kind of specialist about it, but I've been following IndyCar since I was a little kid with my grandfather, watching it every Sunday.
Nice.
Every Memorial Day, the Sunday of Memorial Day, our entire family has we basically two family get-togethers. The Super Bowl party that the entire family gets together for, and then the Indy 500. Most of the guys in our family would get together. This is back when my grandfather was alive, way 30, 40 years ago, and we just continually do. He's long passed on, but we continue that tradition. All the guys in our family get together.
Cool.
We watch the Indy 500.
Yeah.
It's pretty epic. We'll have squares and trivia and different things.
Wow.
It's a lot of fun. I'm a huge IndyCar fan. To me, there's something about that open wheel.
Right.
It's not like NASCAR or you're bumping and you bump it 250 miles an hour, you're getting airborne.
Right.
These guys drive an inch away from each other with open wheels.
Yeah.
To me, that's excellence.
Yeah. Though it's not IndyCar racing, rumor has it your boss may be racing around a little track as we speak right now.
Oh, really? I thought I saw his Jeep out front.
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
Yeah, but
he's out there. He took a ride out there, out to the track.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Someday I got to get my car out there.
Yeah.
I'd love to take my car out there.
Yeah, and then so we previewed the Milkshake Day. We previewed you coming back for our sports. So
closer in the month of May when we're closer to the
right. Yeah.
Indy.
So we've got time for that. Your 3 favored spots for a great Mexican meal in Tucson.
Ooh, good one. I'm gonna go with, even though it's considered a chain, it's not that yada yada. I'm a fan of the Guadalajara Grill.
Yeah.
I like that
It's
because
locally owned, so it's not really a chain.
Yeah. But people think it's, once you get, it seems like if you have more than one restaurant, then you've gone, you've gone big time, and you're not that.
Which one's your favorite? Do you have a favorite one in town?
Honestly, I'm thinking it's Guadalajara. The reason why
on
is
Broadway.
You mean which location?
Yeah.
I've been to any of them.
Yeah.
I know they're kind of independently. Well, one owner owns 2, and the other.
Yeah.
I've been to all of them. They're all great.
They're all really good.
Yeah. The reason why is because they serve Mexican food from across the entire state of Mexico. So Sonora all the way down into some seafood and
Their
all the way down.
Seafood paella.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, so that's one of the reasons why I like them so much.
Right.
Another one, man, there's so many here in town.
I know, I put you on the spot.
Yeah, you really did. Anything that's okay. There's one Poco and Mom's.
Oh yeah.
The reason why, there's one reason only. They put an egg on their enchiladas. That's a New Mexico thing. I don't know of anybody else in town that puts an egg on the enchiladas.
Right.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
And oof. I'm trying to think the last time I had Mexican food. I got to go with one of the Molinos.
Yeah. Molinas.
Yeah. The one used to go with my grandparents all the time, way out on Valencia Road. Near Cardinal. That's been a big one in our family for a long. Also, going way back, I'm talking way. They've been in town for a long time. Is Carichimaca on Mission Road.
Carichimaca.
Yes,
it's so good.
Yeah,
that's like one of those places on the southwest side of town that every family out there knows. Carichimaca.
Yes. They've been there since I can remember in my lifetime.
Yeah,
I remember as a little kid. After
Such
all I wanted was the little
the
little chewy praline treats that they would have behind the counter.
And on Mother's Day, that's the hot spot of the whole.
Oh, is it? Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, Mother's Day. Any Sunday brunch. I mean, it's packed.
Yeah, I heard they have a wine margarita, a wine based margarita.
Oh wow.
So it's not tequila, but it's wine based. It's supposed to be pretty good. So
interesting.
My mom's favorite. So.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, Gordy, thank you for coming on.
Thank you very much for having me.
If someone wants to take a tour of Login, how can they get a hold of you?
They can email me at Gordy, Gordy, it's Gordy dot Siewert, Siewert @loginbusiness.com.
Okay, cool.
They can also give me a call at 520-382-0519. That's 520-382-0519. I'd be more than happy to take your call. And even if you have any questions about your current internet, just need a consultation. A lot of people, we've been getting a lot of people calling up. I'd like a proposal. We don't do proposals. We do consultations.
Right.
I'm not just going to come up with a price and then email it to you.
Right.
I really want to know what your business is about, why you need us, what you're looking for, and whether we fit in to your business needs.
Yeah. And here at CS Design Studios, we are powered by Login as well.
Yes.
So we're a great partnership.
And we are powered by CS Design Studios.
Boom, boom. All right. Thank you very much for listening. And Lily, go ahead and take us out.
And that's a wrap on today's Marketing Corner with CS Design Studios. Remember, the journey to greatness is non-stop. Harness today's insights and let them fuel your ambitions. Big thanks to our community of go-getters and visionaries. And remember to subscribe and activate alerts to stay connected for more transformative ideas. Till next time, keep reaching for the stars.